Hello, assalamu alaikum. So today this video is about Java array list, and I'm your um, friend, or you can say teacher, Sajid. So let's start our today's session. So we are going to study array list, and we have seen in one previous video what the arrays are. If you have not seen that video, just I would recommend you to go back to array lecture or class or chapter, and please understand them fully well. Okay, as you know, array is a built-in function, of Java. But further, in its API, we have a class called ArrayList. And how this ArrayList is different than array in Java is that it's resizable. The ArrayList, as you know, in normal array, we cannot change its size. For example, if we created it for 10 elements, so it will remain for 10 elements for all of its you can say lifetime. But ArrayList has the function feature that we can change its size. Okay, so let's look at how to define ArrayList and use it. It's part of the java.util package, so we need to import it. We will say import java.util.arraylist, import the ArrayList class, and then do ArrayList strings cars is equal to new ArrayList string, create an ArrayList object. Here we need to understand one thing, that all elements in ArrayList are stored as objects. So now we are going to have an array of strings, or text, we can say. That's why we are defining this one as string, right? So that this array knows that it will be storing all string elements in it. Now this array list gives us many methods to play with this array, to perform actions or do operations on this array list. So here one of the important method is add. Add method allows us to add values in the array. For example, in this example, you can see here we have one array defined, cars, and then we are adding car brands in it. So we can add one more, for example, cars dot add Kia. Okay, and now we didn't specify the size of the array, we are just adding elements in it. So if I now print it, so it's compiling. Now we have Kia added in it. So it means with the add method we can add elements to array list. Sorry, excuse me. Next we have access an element. How we access? As in normal arrays, we access the elements with the help of indexes. So in the array, elements start from the index 0 and then they increment. Like first element is index 0, second is 1, third is 2, like that it increases. So to get to access an element, we have to use get element get method. So in the previous our example, we added elements in it the array, or we can say string objects. These are string objects, and then we do cars.get at 0, it will return Volvo. So if I change this to 3, it should return 0 1 2 3 Mazda. So let's see how uh, it performs. Oh yeah, it has given us the value Mazda. Okay, let's move forward and look at the next example. Here we have change an element. So how to change an element? As we have get method, we have a set method. In set method, we tell the index at which the value has to be changed, or yeah, and what will be the new value. For example, here at index 0, I am changing it with, for example, not Opel but Toyota, and see now. So we have output. Actually we added Volvo, but now we can see Toyota. So it means this method set has changed value at index 0 in this array list. And further, how we can remove an item, we have the method remove. You can see here we have this array with 4 values, 4 elements, and at index 0 we have removed this one element there. Okay, so next, if we have to remove all elements in one step from the array list, we use cars.clear, and it will give us an empty set. All values will be cleared with the help of cars.clear method. Further, we can know the size of the array. We can say cars.size, and it will tell us how many elements are there. In this example, currently we have four elements, and car.size method returned us number 4. It means we have 4 elements in this array list. Okay, so I hope you are learning this simple class. It's not complicated. If you already know array in Java, it's going to be very easy. Okay guys, further let's look at it. Loop through an array list. How we can loop through an array list? Before, we have if we simply print the object, it gives us all elements in the array. So, but we can go through this array list element by element by using a for loop here. So we have here for loop which starts from 0 and which accesses all elements in the array list with get method by giving index number starting from 0 and up to the size of the array list. So here we added 4 elements, and when we are looping through the array list with the help of for loop, we are printing these values. Okay. Further, as you have learned in the loop chapters where we discussed the loops like while loop, do while, for. There was a concept called for each loop, which was used to you can say iterate arrays, so that we can go through all values in the array. Here we have again the same for each loop for what should say array list as well. It works with the array list as well. Here we have this definition of for each. Okay, so for strings I, okay, cars is the object of array list, and system.out.println I. So as this we will be looping through, it prints out all 4 values in the array list. And now we look at other types. As you know, we have already explained that all values in the array list are objects, and if we have to define or store other values than strings, we have to define that while making object of the array list class. For example, if we have to store integers, so we have to mention this in the definition. For example, here array list, we are using this wrapper class integer, and then now when we do this definition, my numbers array list will be based on integers variables, objects, and it will be storing the numbers only. Okay, gents and ladies and my students, so here we have the numbers. For example, I make a little change here. Okay, so we are adding numbers, and then with the for each loop we are printing the numbers from this array list. Next, another important concept is to sort elements in an array list. For this purpose, we will be using package collection, class collections from java.util package, and which has one method sort for sorting lists alphabetically or numerically. So here what we have, sort an array list of strings. We have formed one array list based on strings there. Then we are calling method sort from the class collections and pass it the array list object. And what it does is it has now sorted these elements inside this object, and now if we print it with the help of for each loop, it will be sorted in alphabetical order. So let's look at this example. See here when adding the values at index 0 we have Volvo, but B should come first if we sort these you can say strings. So when we have performed these collections sort method, it has rearranged these values, and when we are printing it, MW is coming first. So rather than if I rather than Mazda, if I add Audi, now I believe Audi should come before BMW. So let's try this. So you have seen it has sorted these values, and Audi is coming first, then we have BMW, then we have Ford, and then we have Volvo, right? Okay, my friends, now we go to sort array list of integers. This is our last example in our this video lecture, where we are discussing or studying array list. Again, as you know, we are just simply defining array list with the help of integer wrapper class. We have objects of integers, and then we have sorted these numbers and then printed them out. So here we have 8 is the first one. If I change this 12 with 1, so let's see what happens. 1 should come first now. It should be 1, 8, and so on. So we have output as 1, 8, 15, 20, 33, 34. Okay, okay, let's have a recap. We have studied in today's video. In today's video, we have studied Java array list. We have added elements, accessed element, deleted, and then sorted. Then we created loop throughs based on for loops for each loop. So, and also we created array list based on integers, and we performed sorted functions, sort functions on them. So the biggest difference between array list and built-in array in Java is that this array list is resizable. We can, as you have seen, we have many methods to perform many functions on the arrays, which are actually not possible especially the resizability in normal built-in array. So okay, I hope you have enjoyed today's lecture. This concept is fully clear to you, and the video has been informative for you. Please, as I always say, please share, subscribe, and like the video. And if you have any comment, please ask me in comment section, and don't forget to share with your friends and colleagues so that they can also take benefit from it. So I'll be back with another video very soon. By that time, take care, bye bye, and Allah Hafiz.